Eli, welcome to the show, bro. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
So tell me about this competition. A few months ago, you won one of the top MMA fights for your age in the US. Tell me about the fight. How did that go?
Three fights, two subs. The kids were like trying to take me down. One of the fights, he got my back. Then I like turned it around and somehow I got his back and started choking him out.
Cool.
I got it deep.
You got it deep?
Like
a deep choke?
Yeah.
Was he like screaming or something? Or he just stopped?
Yeah.
So how does that feel like when you're going into fight with another kid? Like, are you getting mad at the kid, or like how do you think about through that?
I just go and fight. I just get a little nervous. I calm myself down and I get ready.
How do you calm yourself down?
I close my eyes. I think about the fight. Then I just go out there.
So what is your favorite move to start the fight with?
In MMA, probably we're planning on doing a Superman punch in this fight in the start. We're not going to shake hands because the kids, when we watch the video, when we touch gloves, we're supposed to go back, but he instantly starts punching.
So that kid did that to another kid?
The kids I'm fighting in the kickboxing fight I have coming up.
Okay. When is that fight happening?
Probably less than a week.
Less than a week? Wow. So you're training right now for that fight?
Yeah.
So how is your training like when you're doing a kickboxing fight?
We usually watch the video of the kid, learn about him, and use the tools I need to beat him.
When you're watching those videos, like what things are you really looking at?
We really look at their punches they're throwing, or if they're going back or forward.
And who's helping you with that? Is that what you're with?
My coach and my dad.
Is that Coach Albert?
Yeah.
Tell me about that crazy guy.
Like you said, he's very crazy, but he's super technical when he fights, and he uses a lot of feints.
Yeah.
On his next fight, I want him to throw this Mario punch.
Yeah, tell me about the Mario punch.
I'm pretty sure he's supposed to get the underhook. He breaks out, he gets under them, and Mario punches him.
That's hilarious, dude. Is that for the Israel fight? Because he's going to fight in Israel really soon.
Yeah.
So you want him to do that move?
Yeah.
To punch the guy?
Yes.
But then if he does that, you have to do it for your fight too.
Yes, I'll try. Whoa. Yeah, I'll try to. Because there's a lot of punches to the head.
So how do you feel like when you are in a fight and then another kid is Mario punching you? How does that feel?
I just move around, punch him, get my distance, throw my jab out, and then if I get a chance, when they're tired, I'll just piece them up.
Sounds like your technique is very like straightforward.
Not really. Sometimes we stay out, like get our distance, throw jabs. If we have a chance, I'll just get inside the pocket, then I'll just piece them up, get out, throw my jabs, move. Probably throw some feints in there.
So have you ever gotten into fights outside of the ring, like just with regular kids?
Not really.
Do you think that kids are afraid of you because they know that you can fight?
I don't really know.
What would you do if you were ever in a real fight outside of school?
As a fight.
Just piece them up? Well, good thing that you haven't had any fights. I was a terrible fighter whenever I was a kid, like you. Yeah, I didn't really like to fight. There was one time that this kid was bullying me. He was making fun of me because I was going to church. So he said that I only went to church to eat cake.
If I actually had a fight, I would kick him in the nuts. It's up the middle and just piece him up.
Yeah. Well, I remember I just stood up and I slapped him. It was like a wide, open hand slap.
Will Smith?
Pa! And then he got so furious because he was a bully. Like no one, like he would do that all the time. No one really stood up to him. And I was a really quiet kid. Like I was a little nerd. I was always like good with school, I was never like physical or anything like that when I was a kid. I been training some fighting now that I'm older.
My tattoo documentary, Literary Ink, is streaming now on all platforms. If you love stories, documentaries, and especially if you love tattoos and Harry Potter, this movie is just for you. Check out Literary Ink, streaming now on all major platforms.
When I used to go to school, I just used to hang out with all the kids. I used to have like a lot of fun. I played with the little kids, just have fun with them, and that's really it.
Yeah. Do you miss going to school?
It's
Not really.
torture. Torture.
Why do you think school is torture?
It's hard.
It's hard.
And they don't even really teach me my sounds. When I started homeschooling, my dad was teaching me how to read and didn't even know or and stuff like that. But my dad taught me it and starting to read books, a little books and stuff.
What type of books do you like the most?
I'll just read a book and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really like books.
You don't really like books? That's okay. That's okay. What about movies? We were talking a little bit about movies and TV shows, so tell me about that because I think people really want to know.
Starting to watch Goku now. The first season with Goku as a kid.
Okay. That's a funny little guy. Like he's like this big. Like in the TV show, he's so cute. So you're going to be like Goku and get big and massive and strong?
Yeah. Have you seen the part when he turns like into huge monkey?
I haven't seen that part, no. No, I haven't gotten to that part yet. But the one that I really liked that you were watching too was the Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that you don't get scared with that stuff. Because it's really like kind of dark.
I don't see anything dark.
Dude, they have like monsters and demons and like it's called Demon Slayer. He's like killing demons and stuff. It doesn't give you nightmares or anything? You like got no fear?
I just like the show. But I don't like Chucky and stuff. I'll just run if I see Chucky. I know it's a show, but I just hate it. I'd rather watch the anime.
Yeah. So tell me about your 2% mantra. Because your dad was telling me, and that's very interesting.
2% better every day, 1% mental, 1% physical.
And how do you do that?
I just train, I keep my calm, and I get better.
The one thing that I'm curious about is that you're so calm, but I've seen your videos training. Like you're a little monster, like you go hard. But how do you keep a difference between like training but then still keep your cool and be calm all the time? Because usually fighters have like an angry attitude out in and outside of the ring, but you don't have that.
All the kids who beat me, and I just have fun with them because after that it doesn't really matter. No one's gonna remember that fight, so
you're
who
just
cares?
having fun?
Yeah.
That's a really good attitude for life, man.
But I have my moments there and there.
Yeah. Is it like what type of moments?
When I get sad from losing, but then my dad cheers me up and I get happy again.
What was the fight that you lost that hurt the most?
Fight against Ian, he comorted me at Nogi, but after that, I calmed down, then I was still friends with Ian though.
Have you ever had to fight someone that trained with you? Because you train at the gym that you train, is there other kids there?
Yeah.
So how did that go?
Some of them, I pretty much beat them.
Like when you, in competition or just like training and sparring?
Some people I fight in competition, but not really. We don't really fight people in competition.
But with the kids, when you are training with them, like do you guys become friends and all of that, or you try to keep your distance so like when you have to fight, you can just like beat them and not worry that you're friends?
They're still my friends, but when we're on the mat, we're not really friends. But when we're sitting, I'll talk to them and stuff. But when we're rolling, I don't really.
Yeah. So tell me about jiu-jitsu. How did you get started with that?
I actually started with one of my coaches called Pedro. We started in Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts?
Yeah. My dad has like this coworker and he did this unboxing. Then my dad wanted to see how I liked it. Then I started liking it. But then we had to move back to California. Then we found this gym called Journeys. I was getting better and started beating all the kids there. Then we went to AOJ. One of the kids started being mean to me. Then we moved to a gym we already knew about. Then we moved to Cabrina. All the kids were nice. We have a lot of fun. And I really hanging out with Koa a lot. He's a yellow belt.
Okay. What belt do you have right now in jiu-jitsu?
A gray belt.
Gray belt. I have no belt. I've never done jiu-jitsu in my life. I'm not sure I would like it.
You just gotta see.
Yeah, you think I should try it?
Yes, if you want to.
Yeah, I might try it, but I think I'm gonna be bad at it.
Then just get better. My dad said technique is better than rolling. He says rolling's does help out your accidents. If you drill them and you fix them, that will help out fix your accidents you do.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna get hurt because, like I was telling you, my neck and my spine and all is
If
really
something
stiff.
hurts, just tap and reset.
Okay, but I don't like to tap. I like to fight.
That's the same thing here. I'm trying to learn to tap so I don't get hurt.
Yeah. Is it difficult for you to like give up?
Yeah.
But that's good. Most people, it's difficult for them to keep going. So I think if you're this young and you have that attitude.
I'm trying to get there to try to stay calm, and that'll be good.
Yeah, I think you're better at that than I am. It's very difficult to me to stay calm.
Yeah.
So what would you say to men, like old men, like me, because I'm old, like compared to you, what would you tell them about fighting and training? Like, why should they do it? Because there's a lot of guys out there that never thrown a punch.
You don't have to do like MMA if you want to. You can only do jiu-jitsu like get up there or do all the sports. Like MMA, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling.
Why do you think they should do it?
It's all up to them really, if they like it or not.
So what about girls? Do you see any girls training and doing that kind of stuff in your age, or is it just boys?
Mostly the boys, but one of the girls are really good. Its name is Cassandra. She beats Koa, all the kids. We're trying to beat Cassandra right now because she's super good.
Yeah. Is she on your same like weight class? No.
She's short, but she's older than me. But
Yeah.
she's the same size as me. Because it's hard for her to get somebody her height because she have tall kids taller than her, but she's older than them, but they're taller than her. And they should be older, but they're not.
Yeah.
Because they look like it.
So how many years have you been training now?
About 2 years.
And what do you think is going to happen in the future? Because to me, it's very interesting that you're training so young. Like, I didn't even know that kids your age had MMA fights.
There's this one girl named Jessie. She's really good. She won't even go down. I'm like hitting her hard. She wouldn't even cry. She wouldn't even break a sweat. It's crazy.
Well, you got to keep trying.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen when you're older? Like when you're like 20, where are you going to be? What are you going to be doing?
In the UFC.
In the UFC?
Yes.
Yeah. Why do you want to go to the UFC?
This kid keeps on picking me up and started hating it. Then we started training. Then they stopped.
So you want to go to the UFC to avoid that other kids are like bullying? Why do you think kids bully other kids?
Because in the future they're probably gonna be better than them. That's why they're gonna bully them now.
So what would you tell, if there's any kid that is watching today, what would you tell them to do regarding that? Like if they're being bullied, what would you tell them?
Train. If you need some help, come to my house. We'll help you out, and you'll know how to defend yourself.
So what are some techniques that you would teach? Like if you were going to start teaching me, because like right now you have more experience than me. So let's say you're going to start
Like-
training me.
Ask them what sport you want to train. Boxing to like beat them up and take them down. Jiu-jitsu to choke them out, and or take them down and submit them, or to break their arm or something, because they have a tap to make them to stop.
Yeah. So if you were going to teach me how to lock an arm, you got to teach me something.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I need help. So
In
how
a
should
fight, you're not going to have I'm going to teach you like more no-gi, because in a fight you're not going to really have like gis on. So I'll teach you more no-gi.
What is no-gi?
It's like,
Oh,
You know
no-gi.
the-
No-gi. Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay.
you know when the people have gis and
Yes. That's why people kind of don't like jiu-jitsu for like real fights.
I'll probably teach you also probably some punches and like stuff. Scare them with like a fake punch, but you're not actually punching.
So like a little feint
Yeah.
and then slap them.
Probably just throw a cross after.
No, I think I need to try your Super Mario punch. That's what I need to try when someone tries to mess with me.
Just get the underhook, get like under them and just punch straight up.
That's funny. So I really wanted to know a little bit more about you and your dad and your relationship with your dad. So
My dad started everything. My training with Pedro, my training at AOJ when I used to go, but when I turn a yellow belt, I'm probably might go back there. And we have like, my dad's gonna help me out with my stakes and everything I do wrong or right. And my coaches are gonna help me with my stand-up and my kickboxing. Because if you heard I have a kickbox fight, you could throw knees, kicks to the head, but you can't knees to the face though.
So what is your favorite thing about working with your dad?
He watches everything and he knows me more than my coaches.
And what is your least favorite thing about having to work with your dad?
Not really anything, because he helps me with anything, so he shouldn't be hating anything.
That's awesome, dude.
Because he's only trying to make me better.
Do you ever get angry at him for what he tells you to do or not to do?
Sometimes, but I forget about it and just do it.
That happens with my son too. Like sometimes he gets frustrated, but then like 5 minutes later he's fine and then he's doing everything. So tell me about your diet and all of that, because that's something that must play a huge role in your training, huh?
He started giving me like chicken and stuff, and all the dry meals came. Then he started eating all ready meals and keep the packets for my food and stuff.
So you're doing like meal prep that you eat all the time?
Like I eat a lot of chickens, like salmons, all that good stuff.
But you don't have to cook them.
And we're starting to like make a farm and stuff to like, cause we're already eating our own salads and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we're already growing cucumbers and carrots.
That's awesome. So with your meals, are you preparing them for the whole week or you're using a service? How does that work?
My mom bought this like farm, like it does everything, like water the plants, and they like have these cameras on the side and they show you like they're growing and stuff.
Now, what about your training? Because you're not supposed to like lift heavy weights yet, right?
I do lift heavy weights.
You do lift heavy weights?
Because when I'm lifting those heavy weights, I get ready for small weights, then they go up, then up, then bring it down a little, then go up, go bring it down, keep on building up, then bring it down.
Yeah. What is your favorite exercise to do to like get strong?
I really like my legs.
Your legs?
Yeah.
Legs are hard, man. Legs are my least favorite exercise. I need to work them a lot more. For me, it's the arms. My arms, like, they're good.
I'm not really big fan of arms, but like
No?
back, I'm good with back.
Yeah. Well, I guess your legs so you can kick people in the face.
One of the fights, I got kicked in the face, and that was the end of the fight.
That was the end, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy.
What side did you get hit?
And like, yeah.
Front?
In a boxing match, he did a flying kick at the start of, well, the end of the match.
In a boxing match?
Yeah.
But isn't that illegal?
You could kick to the head.
So it was a kickboxing match.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, what do you think about the UFC right now and all the fighters? Who's someone that you really like, that you admire?
Coach Albert, and can I add a boxer? Muhammad Ali
Muhammad Ali.
and Coach Albert Morales.
Now, have you been to a UFC fight in Vegas? You're probably not allowed, like, as a child. Can you still go?
Yeah, they can.
But we haven't watched one yet.
Okay. Yeah, I need to come with you and your dad to watch a fight together, man. I've never been to a real fight. I almost went to shoot it was like a UFC thing, but the project ended up not happening. So when you go to the fights, how does that feel? Like, what's your favorite part of going to like a live event?
That's how they move and stuff. How they're technical.
So
And
what
the
was
knockouts and stuff.
the knockouts? What was the last fight that you went to watch?
Probably the one, sadly, Coach Albert lost in it. I knew Coach Albert didn't really go on that one. But he could piece them up. He was just like off. Because he usually just goes in there, piece them up. He wasn't really piecing them up a lot.
Yeah, what do you think that happened?
But I think he was just off.
Have you had any fight that you felt like that it wasn't like your best performance, like something was off and you were
Yeah.
trying? Yeah, which fight?
I have a lot of fights like that. But most of my fights, I really basically won.
Yeah. So the ones when you lose, why do you think that you're off? Or was it the other kid that was just better?
They were just good, but they don't know I'm training harder than them. I just go back to work.
Well, I'm really excited to see what fights you're going to have recently.
Yes.
And the thing that I'm interested in knowing is like your future and like what are you going to go after in the future?
The UFC.
You know, you're a very special kid. Do you ever think about that?
Mm-mm.
You just living life?
Yes.
Well, I think you're going to realize, with a few years, you'll realize kind of like what you have and how special it is.
And if you don't all know, we're starting to get like chickens and stuff.
Yeah.
We have 6 adult the girl chickens and the little girl chicken, the chicks.
So you're going to have a whole farm for yourself and then you're going to eat them all.
All the chickens are not laying eggs yet, but when they start, we're going to have a lot of eggs.
Well, you got to eat those eggs so you can get strong, man.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to start training other kids to come and fight under you?
When I get like older and stuff.
I'm really excited, man, to see all the things that you're going to do. And hopefully we get to go see you and fight at the UFC like for a big event.
Yeah.
And then we can be there supporting you and cheering you on. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys so much for checking out this interview. Check out this other interview with Albert Morales. He's a UFC fighter and I think you're really going to like that episode.